to record. Okay, that's not a problem. So now, let me repeat what I said. I said objectives are the stated problems or the problem statement that they expect you to help them to solve. Now, this is a record from 1955 to 2023. Now, the question is how many seasons do we have in all? That's the first one. The second one says which nation has produced the highest number of winners? That means which country. Let me use Nigeria now. In our football, we have let's say we have Eyimba, we have the Shooting Stars, we have Kano Pillars, we have I think okay, Eyimba is from Aba, Kano Pillar is from Kano, then we have Shooting Stars from Oyo State. So good. Let me just mention those three. Then we also have Al Hali from Egypt. We have some from South Africa. Now these guys they play CAF. That's Confederation of African clubs. They play within themselves, and then it's possible over the years how they do their rating is which country produce the highest number of winners over time. Now, if I ask how many seasons has have they played at large, we'll be counting them one, two, three, four, five. But with a very good tool called pivot, we are going to see how these problems can be solved. And please, I want it to be very engaging. It's not going to be only me that will be doing it. A time will come, I will pause and I also ask for your contribution. I will say, okay, look at it, let's solve this problem together. Now, this is the data. This is the data. Good. The country of the winner. This is the club that won. This is the country they came from. For example, uh, in 1962 and 1963, this 1962 from Italy, we had Milan that won. In 1963-64 season, we had Inter Milan that won. So it's possible from one country you can have more than one club. All right. If you look at 1969, 1970, Netherlands, we have Feyenoord one, but 1970, 1971, same Netherlands, but we have Ajax. That's one. But those are just data that have been entered.
That's
Sorry, is somebody asking the question? Hello. Sorry, please. Is someone asking the question? Let me know before I push. Any question? Okay.
no, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. No problem. So let's let's proceed. So now we have this data. So the first problem we are told to solve is how many seasons. Now we're going to do it together. Like I said, we are doing it together. So let me go back to my data. Good. Now, one of the tools that we're going to be using tonight is called pivot. Now we want to pivot. We want to, in analysis, we call it cross tabulation, where we pick a particular variable, but don't let me speak those BB grammar tonight. We look at columns. It's going to summarize a bigger table into smaller table for us. Let me leave those grammar. Just follow me. Just worry, just relax and just follow me. Now this is the data. I click anywhere and I go to my insert menu. Good. From my insert menu, you will see pivot table. Now I just put my mouse on it and it says pivot table easily arrange and summarize complex data in a pivot table. Good. So I click on the pivot table. It gave me this small interface, and from here it's telling me it has already selected the table or the range. So I don't have to click on it again unless I'm using an external data. But because this is data I'm working with, so I don't have to do that. Now it's now also asking me to choose where I want the pivot table report to be placed. Advisably, make sure you select a new worksheet. Don't click on existing worksheets because it's going to place the pivot table right inside those worksheets. So I click a new worksheet and I click on OK. Good. Remember, we are pivoting. We want to get a summary small table from the entire table. What is the goal, the first problem we have to solve? Let me go back so that we can have it as a reminder. Good. How many seasons? So I've minimized having that in mind. How many seasons? Very simple. But before I solve the problem, let us understand the interface of the pivot environment. Now, this is our worksheet where the result is going to be displayed. On my right hand here, we have what we call the pivot panel. But then let's now break it down. Here is the fields, the columns, the existing columns we have in the worksheet. If you look at it, we have season, country, winners, winner score. So if I go here back to the data, you'll see season, country, winner, winner score. So that is what it has come to summarize in here. Good. Now, here we have what we call the filters, we have the column, we have the rows, we have the values. Let me explain it in simple terms. Without much ado, if I click and hold any of this column, any of these variables or fields or columns, and I drag it into the columns, it's going to give me a summary of what you have in there arranged in columns. So let me click on, let's say, country, and I just click. I'm not doing anything. I just click, hold, and I drop it in columns. Look at it. I have England, France, Germany, Italy. It's just arranging them according to columns. You spread it across columns. Good. Now, if I take this same country and I drag to rows, can you see? It just arranges in rows. Very simple. You are not doing much. You are only clicking and then you're dragging it. So, to make it easier, I'm dragging to put it in rows so that I could see all at a glance. If I drag and I put in columns, it will arrange it in columns. I have to be scrolling left and right to be able to see it. So that's not the goal. I leave it on rows. Now, remember, the question is how many seasons. So in this case, I don't need the country. So I'm just clicking hold and I'm dragging it out. So that means I'm not using it. So I bring in my season and I put it in rows. Good. But that's not what I need. I want it to count everything and summarize all for me. Now, I can just now watch what I want to do. This time around, I'm not putting inside rows and column. I'm now bringing into values. So click hold and drop it. Now look at it. It just counted all the seasons, and in summary, I have 70 seasons. That's all. That just solved the problem of we counting all these one by one. Just a click, drag into the values, it gives us the simple answer. So I come to this sheet 7 now. I right click on it and I go to rename and I call it objective 1 because I'm done. So I've solved the first problem. So I rename it as objective 1. So if I go back, if I go back there, all right, good. And I say, how many seasons? Problem 1 solved. So I just say 70. And I have how I got it. That's the first objective, first problem solved. Now, if you have a friend that is maybe a newscaster or maybe a blogger or maybe someone that is into content creation, you will help them a lot. With these, they could come up with several content around what you want to analyze. And I can tell you, they're going to pay you if you are giving them good results. So, number 2, they say, which nation has produced the highest number of winners? Now, when they rate one nation above the other, you see they're doing FIFA ranking. There are things they look at, but that's not the goal. We just want to know which nation, which country has produced the highest number of winners. So let's go back to our data. We are not altering anything. We go back to our data, we go to insert, and we go to pivot table. New worksheet, I say, okay. Let me go back. Which country has produced the highest number of winners? Which country has produced the highest number of winners? So let's go back. Now, this is the winning country. So these are all the countries that has won. Now the question is, how many times has this same country won? I can still do it in different ways, but I just bring country and I bring it to values. Look at it, just like that. Now, look at what I want to do next. I just bring the country and I just counted them. How many times has England won? 15 times. If you look at what we have, we still have our grand total to be 70. So, based on our objective 1, you can see the link. Total number of season is 70. Now, the second one still gave us a summary of 70. But then, he now gave us the breakdown. I can leave it like this. But I have to be looking which one is 1, which one is 2, which one is 3, which one is 4. Good. But to make it easier for me, I click on any of the cells. I just right click and I say sort. Let me flip from largest to smallest for now. Look at it. Now looking at this data, anybody can unmute. Feel free. I said I want us to interact. I would like you to also contribute. Now, they say which nation, not which nations. So which nation has produced the highest number of winners? Please let somebody unmute and just tell us the answer from what you are seeing on the screen. Anybody? I'm waiting. Just look at what you have on the screen and just give me the answer. Anyone?
Obviously, I'll say it's Spain now.
Very simple. No, you're correct.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. You're correct. Perfect answer. Obviously, it's Spain. But it looks very simple because we are using simple ways of solving a difficult problem. Do you know how complex it would be for you to be going round and round and round and round with these. That's the goal. That's the idea. When you know what to do, the right tool to use, you can be an HR, you can be an administrator, you can even be an MD, you can be whatever, you can be an engineer. If you are not trained in this skill, I can tell you, you cannot function as a data analyst. That is why globally they are looking for data analysts. But then maybe, let me put it this way, experienced data analyst, not just a data analyst. But there are still jobs for entry level people. Yes, if you go online, go to Google it. The only thing is there are several entry level guys who are competing for the same job. So it becomes more competitive. But whatever you are at any level, you can keep practicing till you get your desired job. So just like what you rightly said, it's Spain. So let me now go back to this sheet. I'll rename it and I'll call it objective 2. Correct. So we are done with objective 1, give us 70. We came to objective 2, still give us the 70, but now we now have a different breakdown. So let's go to the third problem and solve it. He said, how many times did the winning team score 4 goals or more? I will need us to unmute because we have to do these together. When we get to objective 5, 6, maybe 7, at that level, maybe I'll tell 1 or 2 persons to give it a shot. Don't worry, the goal is not to clap whether you got it right or wrong. The goal is on opening your eye to see the value of data analytics. Opening your eye to see how you can contribute successfully to the growth of an establishment. Whether it has been there for years, most people just enter data into their system. They don't know how to analyze it. They don't know how to look at trends over the years. They don't know how to take improved business decisions based on their available data. Let's go back. Number 3, how many times did the winning team score 4 goals or more? So I'll need us to unmute. We have to do this together. So let me go back to the data. We are still muted though. Mr. Gift, thank you. You have on mute. I'm waiting for Mr. Vincent Amos to unmute also. Unless if you tell me your background is noisy. Mr. Vincent, I'm waiting for you, sir.
Sorry, I was a little bit distracted, please.
Oh,
Please,
sorry,
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
sorry. No, 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 not to worry.
Uh,
I said I like us to do the objective 3 together, so that it won't be just listening. I want to also hear our input. Let's brainstorm. When we do 3 together, courageously, you can do 4. So I said, how many times did the winning team score 4 goals or more? So let's go back to the data. We are brainstorming together. Oh, sorry. Good. Good. Now, this is the winning team. These winners. These are the number of goals they scored. We are not looking at anybody that scored below 4. We are looking at people that scored above 4 goals. Let me reconfirm. How many times did the winning team score 4 goals or more? Good. Winning team scoring 4 goals or more. Correct. So we go back there. Okay. Then I go to insert and I go to pivot and I say okay. So I want to hear our suggestions. What should we do first? What should we do first? We are now
First,
pivot. We
good
are
evening, sir.
okay.
First, we'll go to country. Abi,
Okay.
no,
How
wait,
many
let me see
times did
the.
the winning team? Don't worry, I'm also going to contribute. The winning team is under winners. That's where you have the winning team, and then
Okay,
the number
so
of score is the winner's score.
okay.
Correct.
First, we'll carry the winners.
The winners to rows or columns.
Rows.
Aha. Correct. Then what else?
Then you carry the winner's score
Winner
to value.
score to values. Aha. So what should be the next thing?
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
So let's go back to the question.
Okay, I'm willing.
Okay. Please back to our worksheet.
Good, 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 good. All right, I'm there.
Focus on more. We'll go to the under the sum of winner score.
Sum of
You click
winners
on
score. This one, Abby.
yes, yes.
Okay.
You right click,
I will right
then
click.
select
Hmm. Okay.
go to sort.
I should sort now.
Mm, from small, I mean, yes, from largest to smallest.
Why?
Because the
Okay.
question was from um which team scored from 4 goals or more.
So we have sorted based on what you said. So what do we do now?
Um, we have answered the question. Then we'll go to our worksheet
No,
and
we have not.
rename
We have
it.
not. We are on the route. We are on the road to answering the question. We have taken. You have helped us
Yep.
to take steps beyond where we were initially. But why this question is a bit tactical? To this point, you're right. I'm just going to add one more move, and then we get it. Now we are to filter down from four and above. Which country? Now look at the question. That's where we need to understand the question. They say, how many times? You see, look at the keyword, the winning team. This is one. The winning team scored 4 goals. So it has to be minimum of four. They now say four or more. That means four and above, greater than or equal to 4. So I'm just going to add to what you have said. Everything you said is correct, trust me. So I will just come here where we have for the winning team. This time around, we now want to add what we call value filters, where the value filter is greater than or equal to 4. Then I say, okay. Now look at it. I don't know if you understand what I've done.
Yes, I understand.
Good. Let me see. Mr. Vincent, please, did you also understand to where we got to?
Yeah, I think seriously, I say I'm kind of a little bit mixed up.
Okay, where did you get it mixed up? I want to
Okay,
straighten
because
that
we are
for you
trying
because
to.
okay. Let me go back to I should go
Okay,
back
can
to
you
the data.
can to the question?
Okay, to the question, all right?
All right, the question said, how many times did the winning team score four goals or more? right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go back to the worksheet. Okay, so here now, these are the number of this is the winning score,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for people that score 4 goals or more.
Yes.
So now where I'm kind of mixed, where I'm kind of getting confused here now. Like Real Madrid now, we have winning score, right?
Mm-hmm.
41.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when they said that scored four or more, is it that we are looking for people that had from four upward, that scored from four upward?
Let's look at
They said number of times.
let's look at the question. Have you seen it?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. Now, what we have now is we saw if you look at what we have as the heading now, the sum of their scores. I can still go deeper and still say
Okay.
let it count. The first one was the total. The second one I did is to count how many times Real Madrid won. Now I'm counting
Is it
it.
that the is
Do
it
you know
that
that
they
I have
won or
looked
we're
at.
looking at four,
Okay, wait. Let me
scoring
return it
four
back.
or more?
Wait. Let me clear the filter. This is the filter. These are the total number of goals they scored. When I have to count, okay. I'm doing two things. The first one initially was to sum it. Coming on. Where am I? Season. Uh, all scores less than 4. All scores less than 4. Where are the okay? The values. Okay. Where am I getting? Okay. All right. Okay. 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 All right. Good. Huh. All right. I know I've um okay, good. Good. Let me go back to the question and then get it right. How many times did the winning team score 4 goals or more? How many times? Now, for us to count the number of times, definitely it has to do with the season. Am I right? Because we are looking at the winning team when they scored for more than 4 goals. Now, look at what I've done. I have first, we are not looking at the runner up, so we are looking at the winners. Then I brought the winners to rows. Then I brought the season into the values. But because the question says the winner team score 4 goals or more, so in this case, I had to now bring the winner score into the filter box. Now, look at what I've done. This is my filter. I drag the winner score into the filter. Then I come here. Some scored 0, some scored 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Sorry, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. Now, because the criteria said from 4 and above, so I now had to uncheck below 4. So I only check from 4 and above. But before you're able to select this 4 and above, you have to select multiple items. So I now click on OK. And now it's now filtered all. Okay, let me first return all back. Good. Okay. Now, okay. Now, I now say, okay, oh, there is a, in this result now, there is a blend of people that score 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So now I'm on checking all the ones that score below 4. Do you get it now? Then I say, okay. Now, Real Madrid in 4 seasons, they scored more than 4 and above. Milan, 3 seasons, they scored more than 4 and above. Are you now getting the logic? Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
we're here.
Okay. Let me pause and say, ask your question so that, or let me put it this way, do you understand what we have done? Because it's a short time, but we want to still ensure we are able to clear these areas and then we get it right. Do we understand what we have done to this point?
All right. Sorry, sir. Here now on the worksheet, right?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
What we
Please
have
go
here now
ahead.
is count of season. She.
No, no. Now look at here. Are you seeing this? What is this?
Well, I'm not seeing your console.
Uh,
Okay, winning score.
the
Okay,
winner
I've seen
score,
winning score.
which I dragged into filter,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
So now my winner score, can you see? This is the range of the winner score: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So I now unchecked 0, 1, 2, 3. So it has to go from 4 to 7. Do you understand now? It is the winner score now that
All
we are
right.
not using
Yes, I'm okay
statistics.
now.
All right. Is it clear now?
Yes, I'm okay now. I
Oh,
think
okay.
I'm on point.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you, sir.
So let me rename this as objective 3. I hope I'm right. Let me check again, please. All right. Yes. Good. So now I will be the one now to be quiet. Then you guys are going to solve objective 4. I did 1, I did 2, we did 3. So let's give um, objective 4 a shot. Which stadium has played host to the Champions League the highest number of times? Which stadium? Let's look at the keywords. Which stadium has played host to the Champions League the highest number of times? Which stadium has played host to the Champions League the highest number of times? So let me go back to the data. This is the data. I will only explain it a bit. Now, this is the column for stadium. Now, the question is which stadium? Let me call the question up again. The objective.
Which question?
No, we are solving objective 4.
Four.
Yes,
Okay.
objective 4. Which stadium has played host? That means which stadium has hosted the Champions League final the
More.
most? Let me just summarize it that way. Good, correct. Highest number, all of them might, some might have hosted as much as others, but which one highest? So let me go back to the data. So I'm leaving it for you guys to. Okay. So I'm waiting.
Okay.
All right.
Um, we'll go to insert
Yes.
pivot table
Mm-hmm. Then okay.
and
All right.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then under the pivot table fields,
Yes.
we'll look for stadium
This is stadium.
and put it under rows.
Mm. Okay.
Um, okay, tell me to look for whether we have host stadium. Abi, is it the country we are looking for?
Wait. Uh, Let me go back.
Okay, please let's go back.
Which stadium played host to the Champions League? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Highest number of times. Correct. So we should go back to the data, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm there.
Mr. Vincent, please can you help me?
Mr. Vincent, your help is needed. Mr. Vincent. Ha. Wait, let me check Mr. Vincent. I hope he's still on with us. Oh, am I right? I think, like you said, he got. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I think he got distracted, like you rightly said, but that's not a problem. All right.
Okay, let me just put it like this. Can I still bring out that stadium again?
Okay, let's try something. Stadium will not work alone without looking at the season. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Do you get what happened? How many
Yes,
season?
sir, yes.
So we will now sort it
Okay,
from
yes.
largest to smallest.
Okay, then we will now we'll filter it, we'll put it
No, it's a straight question. Which which one in particular is the highest?
8, but I don't know, is it that we're meant to like remove others
No,
because
no, 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 no. In this case, the highest is 8. So it's obvious that it's Wembley Stadium.
mm,
Do you understand what I'm saying now?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's that. Okay, let me go. That's objective 4. Okay, let me rename this. Rename objective 4. Correct. All right. Let me see if I can do. We can do one more. Okay, because of time. Now, since we know the stadium, we can also know the city played host. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yes.
Then we can also know the country. Almost the same thing. Once you solve 4, you can solve 5, 6, 7 easily. Stadium, city, country. And difference between 6 and
Run up.
7 is you are not going to use um, the just what's it called, the champions. You are using the runner up. That's the second.
I'm following, sir.
Okay, good. So now let's just do the last one together. I'm looking at time so that because we are supposed to finish by 9, but because we had some technical hitches, but we still have to get this done. So how many finals ended? Let me modify it beyond the extra time because when
Yes.
yeah.
In
So
the in our is it values or our heading?
yeah, we have the where we you remember when we were doing this extra time yesterday.
Yes, extra time.
You remember no extra time and extra time. That's all.
Yes, sir.
So the question now says how many finals ended with penalty shootouts? How many finals ended with penalty shootouts? So I think you can also try this. How many finals ended with penalty shootouts? So let's go to insert pivot. Okay. So what do we
See,
do?
finals. We'll go to winners. Okay, no. Okay, yes. Straight to the question.
Do you understand what happened?
Yeah.
The question is very simple. The question says how many finals ended with penalty shootouts? That means that went beyond the normal 90 minutes. So 11. Can you see? The ones that had extra time are 11. So that's all. Do you understand the logic of what we have done tonight?
Yes, sir.
Good. So yesterday we got data from the online space, and then we cleaned using what was the name of the tool we used yesterday? Power Query.
Pivot table.
No,
Okay, yes, power query.
yesterday we did Power Query. Today we used Pivot. Do you understand what happened now?
Yes,
Yesterday was
that
Power.
power
Yeah,
query
yesterday
will
was Power
remove
Query.
the UR,
Good.
URS
UR.
to the power query.
Yeah, URL. Uniform Resource Locator.
Yeah,
That's where we
to
put.
the power query.
Yes.
Then the power query
Then the
now
Power
move it to
Query
our
for cleaning.
workspace
In that
for
cleaning, we
cleaning
remove the
the
bottom
extra
five
tables.
rows. We created new columns. We removed the dirty rows. We made row 1 to become the header. Do you remember?
Yes.
All right. So that's that. Now, this is our objective 9. Good. Objective 9. Correct. So I'm still saving it, and that's where we are going to pause tonight. Tomorrow, all these objectives, we're going to be using them to create a dashboard. So let me put it this way. Based on what we have done, is there anything we have done that maybe you don't understand? You'd like us to